before I begin, I'm going to put a link to a previous video in the comments section. Because what I say in that previous video, 100% applies to this one. And fellas, at this point, I can honestly say this. The men don't give two shits about these women crying about misogyny and men hating women. Especially when you got bitches like this one sitting there encouraging women to fuck over men. But one thing's for certain. These dumb broads encouraging women to screw over men, let them do that shit to the wrong man. And shit gets tragic. These would be the same women running back on social media crying about men being misogynistic. Men hate women. Why are they so unprotected? But what I said in that previous video, oftentimes these women put themselves in a scratch that. Oftentimes these women put men in a position to have such resentment. And this bitch is no exception. And yes, there's a reason why I call her a bitch, because that's how she portrays herself. If you are a woman and you present yourself as a woman and you act like a woman, Uncle JD will treat you like a woman. But if everything about you screams bitch, then guess what? Wear the fucking crown. If it looks like a duck, walks like a duck, quacks like a duck, then what the fuck y'all think it is? A duck. And I could give less of a fuck who gets offended, who gets their feelings hurt, nor who has a fucking problem. We got to call a ball a ball and a strike in situations like this. No introduction required. Y'all see the title of the video. And shout out to JR Wisdom. I'll leave the link to the full video in the comment section, as well as the video I want y'all to look at before y'all watch this. But enough of me talking. Let's get down to business, shall we?
I'm gonna need to see a lot more manipulation, a lot more gaslight, a lot more projection. I want to see you guys tell a man no offense right before you offend him. I need to see a lot more triangulation. Right before a man finishes his point, I want you to change the topic completely. I want to see you guys say no disrespect and then proceed with hella disrespect. I want to see more comparisons, preferably to celebrities. Insults, and get creative with it. I need to see you guys calling the police more often and pressing charges every time. Bring up his dad randomly, whenever you can. Lie randomly. I need to see us giving full disclosure on things that we probably shouldn't give full disclosure on. Don't cheat back, cheat first. A lot of men don't believe you have it in you. You gotta show them. I want to see you do things to make him mad and then shame him for being emotional. When you're having an argument and you know you're wrong, I need you to agree to disagree. Use the silent treatment at the slightest inconvenience. I want to see love bombing. I want you to tell him that you will kill for him. I want you to say that you've already killed somebody before. Tell him you got away with it. Cheat.
So I want to all you retarded fucks who cry, bitch, and complain about misogyny and men hating women. Did y'all hear that last part? Did y'all hear that fucking last part? And that right there is the reason why men ain't trying to hear that retarded fuck shit anymore. You got women on social media trying to giving men a reason. Hear me out. You got women on social media giving a reason to resent their asses. But again, these would be the same ones running back on YouTube talking about men are misogynistic, men hate women. But listen to her retarded fuck ass rhetoric and tell me this ain't bait. Tell me she ain't pushing men to that point. But let's continue.
And then let him know that you're cheating. And then use that guy to triangulate with him. Get really close to his lead and bully you. Make his mom love you. And then talk shit on her every chance you get. Every time you say you're gonna do something, don't. Make him nag you for it. Practice moving the goalposts and move that as often as you can. I want to see more women take calls and then run out the room. No.
Now before JR Wisdom starts to cook, notice that dumb broad is trying to encourage women to manipulate, screw over, and fuck over men. And what's more, she is encouraging women to put themselves in the most fucked up situation. Ass out. And yeah, those dumb broads listen to her. They could go ahead. Let her gas their asses up and try to do that shit to the men out in the real world. All Uncle JD is gonna say is this. Yeah, they could do what they want to. They could do that shit if they want to. But let them do it to the wrong man. And that's the reason why I say let them do that shit to the wrong man. Because, yes, you got men out here that do have common sense, that understands that women, her and women like her, they think it's okay doing that fucking shit. As a result, the men walk away. The men walk away. They ain't got time for that shit. But also keep this in mind. Not all men are the same. Yeah. You got men that will understand exactly what type of games these women are playing, and they'll walk away. Same time, you got men that won't. You got men that if they even do something in the wrong way, they're done. Off the gate. In fact, as I recall, remember that video I made about Shira 7 getting her supporters killed out here, trying to use her stupid bad advice? I see this as no different. I see this shit as no different. Manipulation tactics and all. And as I said before, they do that shit to the wrong man, and when the shit turns tragic, these will be the same women crying about misogyny. crying about men hating women, crying about why women aren't being protected. While at the same time, these dumb broads are giving men a reason. No doubt about that. And they think they pulling the wool over these men's eyes. They think the shit is a fucking game. The shit is not a fucking game. And as Uncle JD also said, these women needs to stop playing with these men as if the shit's a game. The shit's a joke. And playing with these men, and while you got dumb broads like her trying to encourage other women to play with these men, they're playing with their fucking lives. Remember, not all men think the same. Not all men has the same mindset. And yes, some will lash right back at them. But I've been saying this before. They don't want to listen. I guess they want to find out for themselves. But I digress. Let's continue on.
This is funny. So that's her page is dedicated to this. I covered one of her videos in the past about this whole villain era. But the funny thing is, there's so many women who are already doing excuse me. An overwhelming majority of women are already doing this besides tell them you killed somebody and such and all that stuff like that. But the majority of women that you come across are already doing these things. What's going on here? Stop.
And all those women doing that shit, how many of them are in their final resting place in the process? No. Let's clarify this. Out of all the women who's already doing that shit, how many of them are eternally resting right now? Because they thought they could play with these men, and actually thought they was going to get away with that. I mean, need I say more? Let's continue.
Violent treatment. Talk about this. Talk about his dad. Do this. It's all just toxic traits. Now, as I always say, so many women come on my videos and say, "Jr, why do you talk like that? Why do you talk?" And it's funny because women, unless you're a stud or you're a lesbian, you don't recognize your behaviors until you're dating somebody that's exhibiting those behaviors. So women will say all these things and they'll get in the comments and be for sure, "Jared, that's not right. You're wrong. You're wrong." Because they don't date women. They listen to what other women, their friends tell them. "Yeah, this guy did that. Oh, girl, I would have did this. I would have did that." Until they end up in a situation. Women don't have to deal with other women in that aspect of how they date and how they conduct themselves. They just don't. And that's a great thing.
They definitely don't. And I ain't gonna lie, fellas, just by hearing her say all that retarded fuck shit, you could tell she's talking from a hurt place. And yes, even you can even see the comments under JR Wisdom's video. I mean, straight up, I can't blame him for leaving those comments. Who the fuck hurt this? Who the fuck hurt this dumb broad? Oh, she's in her villain era because she couldn't get the man she wanted. Or she can't get the man she wants, so she wants other women to feel miserable because she's miserable. Which is quite comical to me because last time I checked, I thought the men were the ones doing that type of shit. Well, surprise, surprise. The women doing that shit too. Then again, should we even be surprised at all? I doubt it. Let's continue.
That you don't, because most of the times you get the best out of men, and if you don't get the best out of men, you're so madly in love because, like this woman, you like toxicity. The toxicity she's talking about is the same one that she's drawn to. I just did a video on that about how a lot of you guys are good guys, but you get looked over and disrespected and ghosted because you're treating her like a lady. You're respecting her. You're trying to make time for her. You're trying to do things for her. And all you get is a foot in your ass for it.
But we're wrong. But content creators such as myself, JR Wisdom, and others pushing this out there for everyone to see. We're the ones in the wrong. We're the ones who should not be talking about this type of shit. We're the ones trying to find fault in women. We're the ones. I ain't gonna go any further. But that's the problem with these retarded fuck ass Sims, Panda Bears, 304s, and all those other special ed ass motherfuckers, man. And anyone that's like them still with that mindset, believing that we need to save all these women, not even knowing that not all these women can be saved. Some even put themselves in that position. What you think putting on your tidy whities and your red cape is going to save her? No, especially when she's so dead set in her mindset. It ain't gonna happen. This is why Uncle JD also stated, you can only save the ones you can. You can only save the ones you can. All the others, there ain't shit you can do. But I'm gonna stop the video right here. As I stated in my previous video, they want to cry, bitch, and complain about misogyny, men hating women, while at the same time, they're giving men a reason, a straight up reason to be that way. While at the same time, they're encouraging these women to continue on manipulating these men and screwing over these men. But when it gets tragic, these will be the same women turning right back around, crying about misogyny, men hating women, women aren't being protected. And they have enablers. The retarded fucks who want to play Superman. And they wonder why men ain't taking their asses seriously. Men ain't trying to listen to none of that dumb shit, especially coming from the same group of women that is enabling these men to be the way they are. But nevertheless, I said what I had to say. And again, shout out to JR Wisdom. If you want to watch this video in its entirety, I'll leave the link in the comment section. Go check it out. Tell them JD Mouse sent you. But that's all I got. That's all I got for tonight. I'm done and I'm out this bitch. Later.